it's I'm not going to scratch my head over it. I feel like I have a very good idea of what happened because, I mean, I got 50 power files over the last 12 weeks that I could show you that show that I am not in this caliber of shape that I performed today. So I'm just going to go back. I'm not going to make any training changes. I don't think that's necessary. But what I certainly am going to do is I'm going to have to eat more calories, eat more carbohydrate for sure. I've been eating a ton of fruit and vegetables, but I've been skipping the carbs, and perhaps some of the weight loss that I've experienced has been just low glycogen stores. So yeah, I mean that's when I'm gonna go. I'm gonna test that, and I got 4 more training blocks to test that, and I got 1 in Kona as well to test it. So, you know, life is a journey. It's a process. It's a complex sport. And it's a gift that keeps on giving because I, once again, learned lots of lessons.
Okay, that's Lionel Sanders talking about he needs to eat more carbohydrate, just so you can see my body composition. So me and Lionel Sanders, about the same body fat. I'm probably a little bit leaner, maybe a couple of pounds, but a bit taller as well. So Lionel Sanders doing really well. Oh man, even in the comment section. Don't you love the comment section? It was a Kona video we did recently. It was like, get a registered dietitian. What the fuck would a registered dietitian know about the Ironman? You know? Unless you've done these sub 2 hour marathons or these like ultra endurance events, unless you've done them, you got no idea the fuel needs. I mean, you can read about it, but if you've never done one, you can't really feel it. My background is 24-hour racing. Ironman for me, not even a challenge. Not even a challenge for me, because you get to go to bed that night. You get to go to sleep. 24-hour racing, that was always hard for me, because you're going through the up and down the hills and through the drop gardens and the trees, and it was just a real fucking mind game. So Ironman for me presents no challenge. 180k bike ride, easy as fuck for me. Run a marathon any day of the week. Swimming that far, I'd probably drown to death. So Ironman represents no real challenge for me at all. But in terms of nutrition, that's where I do coach a lot of people over the years. And it basically comes down to, in the Ironman, at least 100 grams of carbs per kilo of body weight per hour. So 1 gram, which I would say recommend at least 100 grams per hour. So let's say you're a 50 kilo athlete, that's 50 grams. I would up it to probably the 100 gram. Because you don't want to fucking bonk in an Ironman. If you bonk, boom, it's game over. You're not going to recuperate. You're going to be giving away minutes. You're going to be giving away minutes, man, to the competition, to your PRs, whatever. The Ironman is an arbitrary goal. Meanwhile in Africa, meanwhile here in the Philippines, where people starving and living in chaos and all sorts of stuff. So us in the West, we glorify these things. We like get $10,000 bikes. We go and do the Ironman. The Ironman is a load of wank. Right? It's just another professional sport. I mean, I'm all for it. It's better than soccer. At least people can ride their bike to work and shit. But we live in a world where it's just about, we worship people. We put people on pedestals who get a certain result or can push a certain power output or can run a sub 27-minute 10K or whatever. But at the end of the day, all these top-level people are doping. All right? All these top-level people are doping. It's just a big charade. It's marketing. We give these athletes sponsorships and bikes and money and Gatorade and shoes and whatever. Nike, Adidas, Reebok, New Balance. We give these athletes all this stuff. It's all they are is EPO parrots. And it doesn't make them bad people. It's just a professional choice. If you want to be a pro athlete, making bank, buying houses and shit, putting your kids through fucking law school or whatever, you got to take drugs if you want to be a pro athlete to get that level of income. If you want to be a social media athlete, back of the pack, domestic style, then yeah, you can do it pretty natty. But if you want to be out front, getting a winning paycheck, then you got to. It's just how it is. So anyone with half a brain understands that to do 300 watts for 4 hours, 5 hours, then go run a sub 245 marathon at the end of it, everyone knows that's EPO. That's cortisones. That's a bit of hormones there for recovery. And when you're on more hormones, you can store more glycogen, so you can go harder, you can push harder, you can take in more water, you can hold more water in your body. I've taken some of these drugs as well. I haven't taken EPO, but I've had friends who've taken it. And it's boom, like out of sight improvement. I've had friends. So camera just cut out. I've had friends take EPO, and they tell me it's like riding a fucking motorbike. Right? Such is the improvement. So we know that the Ironman, the triathlon, we know the top people are on the EPO. If they weren't, let's say they weren't, then we're going to see 330 watt averages for 6 hours. They could do that, hypothetically. You know, they'd be running 2:30 marathons. If the current records are clean, then put in EPO and it's fucking shave 10% off that. At least. Like, it's next level. It's next level. All right, I had a friend in 1 year get as good as me. 20 years of riding. This guy got as good as me in 1 year. Yes, he was carving up, all that stuff, but total novice rider in 1 year, putting out the watts. So that's just incredible how well these drugs work. And they're essential at the top. Right? So many muppets out there are like, you know, they worship these athletes and stuff, and I don't worship any of them. I understand it's a professional business choice, and it's fun. I enjoy having all day to go ride my bike or sit in front of a computer. I love my lifestyle. I created this, you know, and I'm glad I'm not a professional athlete. One, I couldn't be because I'm not, you know, I don't love it that much. I don't love the abuse of the body and having to train and take drugs and all that stuff that you have to do to be a really income sustainable pro athlete. I prefer my lifestyle. YouTuber, selling ebooks, coaching people in a Facebook group, whatever, and helping fat people get slim and fit and make heaps of money. I enjoy that. I don't have to take drugs to do that. So this lifestyle of getting on that bike, it's play. You know, it's fucking play, man. Go for a run, go for a swim, it's play. Right? So I get it why people with talent, you got to have talent, but you're without drugs, you're nothing. You're nothing in Ironman. You're nothing in triathlon. You know, at the top level. I'm not talking regionals or something. I'm talking where there's big money for bank. I'm not maybe in the Commonwealth Games and the Olympics and that. You know, there's not much money there. But I'm talking big prize purses. Do you even win money at the Commonwealth Games? You know, I don't even know that people do. Either way, it's not that much. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure Kona is the biggest prize. What's the biggest prize purse in triathlon? But there's no money in triathlon. People wouldn't take. Man, it's fucking age groupers taking EPO and shit. You know, it's fucking like. Look at Serena Williams recently in the was it the US Open? She's like almost got it's like Mike Tyson with a fucking tennis skirt. It's Mike Tyson with a tutu. She's like, you apologise to me on it. You know what I mean? She's getting ready to beef, mate. You know, not even vegan beef. So anyway, so what is this in this video about? Lionel Sanders, you know, liquid sugar diet. He's basically on a liquid sugar diet now. So he's been paying attention. He's been watching some of my vids. I did a critique video of Lionel Sanders a while back, how bad his running form is the worst ever. You know, it's like he's like a crab that got hit by a car or something. He's just limping around, and you know, so he's like a crab that got hit by a bike at Kona. Crab's crossing the road, and someone on a Cervelo P3 runs over it, his leg, and he's just limping around. And hey, it just goes to show that someone with such poor form, running form, as Lionel Sanders can dominate. Right? I got better form than Lionel Sanders. I'm a slug. So it just goes to show that form's not as important as head, and obviously, you know, the blood volume. Blood volume determines everything. Look at the Kenyans. Some of the Kenyans got really bad form, but smashing it. So blood volume, carbohydrates in the blood, water, minerals. That's all that matters. All right, for their athletes who aren't going to dope, it's just sugar, water, minerals. Sugar, water, minerals. And that's pretty basic. Eat enough food, you get enough minerals. Drink some Gatorade if you need to. Personally, I don't find I need it. If you need it, then drink it. But it comes down to sugar. In a competition sense, Ironman, long training rides, at least 100 grams per hour. If you really want to be pushing the watts. If you're doing less watts, just cruising around, then 1 gram of carb per kilo body weight per hour is going to be enough. But if you're in a race situation, at least 100 grams per hour. So you can really stay on top of those watts. Get off the bike, 100 grams per hour. It's going to do at least 300 grams in the run, 400, 500, 600 grams on the bike, depending how fast you're going to be running them. Obviously in the swim, maybe get a little penguin to give you a bottle on the way. So there you go. That's just the importance of carbohydrates. And Lionel Sanders is, he's on basically a liquid sugar diet. He's taking between 700 and 800 grams of sugars. So is Chris Froome. And look at the Chris Froome diet. High sugar. Just guzzling it back. Just deep throating that sugar. Just getting bottles, just glugging it back. Liters of sugar water. And where's the fucking keto triathletes? There's fucking none of them. Alright, so how come the world's best triathlete right now, aka Lionel Sanders, he is the best, he's got the worst running form, but he's the best out there. Just call him a spade for a spade. And he doesn't need a coach, because the dude's fucking got game, he's smart, he's got his protocol perfect for his blood volume. He's got his nutrition pretty well set. He understood in his recent triathlon where he fucked up in the Ironman, didn't eat enough bonked. He probably read Gregor's book, How Not to Diet. The worst book any new person could read if interested in plant-based or vegan nutrition. Because it demonizes carbohydrates. It demonizes white rice, white pasta, sugars. So you read that book as a pro athlete and you go, oh, I'm going to try this vegan thing. I'll live on broccoli and beans. And your performance tanks. And you go, wow, I tried vegan. I followed a vegan doctor called Dr. Gregor and my performance tanked. Vegan, sorry, I tried. I looked at one of the doctors out there, read the book, tried it, failed. No more vegan for me. Right? That's what happens. And now Lionel Sanders is no longer vegan. Because he read Gregor's book, because he's talking about micronutrients and shit like that, and then that's his calorie restriction. It's like broccoli and beans and green tea. Right? There's no white rice allowed. There's no sugars allowed. Sports drink as an athlete, no. You got to eat beans. You got to have powdered bean juice. It's like, what the fuck? Gregor can't even get his own wife in shape. Now that's a criticism, all right? That's an observation, a comment, and a criticism. If you can't get your own wife in shape and you consider yourself a weight loss coach, guru, whatever, then how the heck are your readers, if your program's so complicated, even Lionel Sanders can't even follow it, a guy of huge discipline, massive discipline. If Lionel Sanders can't even fucking follow it, then and your wife can't follow it, no one's fucking following it. Because it's unsustainable. Beans and broccoli and maybe a little bit of fruit. Don't eat too much fruit. As many fruit as you want. Depends on what video Mr. Gregor's putting out today. I don't know. I feel frustrated with that. It's confusing. Anyway, Lionel Sanders using the power meter. Lionel Sanders liquid sugar carb the fuck up diet. Lionel Sanders drinking the water, pissing clear, calculating his sweat rate. All these things that I've been promoting for years and years and years. Lionel Sanders doesn't need a coach because he is a guy who sniffs around himself and uses logic and rationale to determine what's shit and what's legit. Right? So that's why he's doing so well. So, you know, he's definitely the man to be. He's smart. He's got a bit of a head game there. He's strong in the arrogant sense, in a good way. And he's watched some of his videos recently. So this is a video I know Lionel will watch. So Lionel, keep up those carbs. And 100 grams per hour, fuck yeah. Don't listen to any idiot out there on the internet or doctor, author, anyone else who says don't eat too many carbs. Carbs will make you fat. Restrict your carbohydrates, eat more fats. All it does, we all know about blood. Lionel's the conversation between me and Lionel now. This is about blood volume. This is about thin blood. What drugs do certain people take? It's EPO. It's the cortisone to get into aspirins and the blood thinners to get that higher blood volume, thin, just flowing through the arteries, capillaries, lungs, aorta, just get that blood just like pushing the watts, the oxygen uptake. Fat, oil on your food. Too much fat causes platelet aggregation, aka lowered blood oxygen uptake, transfer, delivery. It slows down your oxygen transfer. Basically, you're breathing through your nose instead. So decrease that fat right back. You know, you're already lean. You're very low body fat, so you'll be right there. But decrease that fat right back and see what happens. Decrease the oil. Maybe have a couple of Cliff Bars, if anything. So there you go. So try that. And just increase your carbohydrate. I wouldn't eat pizza. You said you're going to eat pizza before Kona. It's too dry. It's too dry. All right. So my durianrider's recommendation would be a fucking big carb the fuck up, white rice, jasmine rice, preferably organics that taste better, so you eat more, with some organic cane sugar or any white sugar, a little bit of low-fat soy milk in there. Just eat that till you're like, oh, you know. Try that. Try that now, so you got some time to understand how it works in your body. Pizza after the race. It's very, very dry. I have maybe a little bit of pizza if you want. No cheese. Hold the cheese. Cheese is body fat from an animal. Fucks up your blood volume in terms of makes your red blood cells stick together. So anything we're doing oxygen vector doping wise is going to inhibit that effect by having pizza. Pizza with cheese, cheese pizza. A low fat vegan pizza like Darren Thomas was eating recently, no worries. But a fatty cheesy pizza is going to, it's like reverse blood doping. Reverse blood doping. Fat inhibits blood transfer. It inhibits oxygen uptake, transfer, delivery to the cells. So we don't want to be doing that. So less fat, the better. Especially in an 8-hour race. 8 hours is pretty short. It's basically hammer fucking time. It's hammer time. You know, an 8-hour race is basically a third of what I train for, 24-hour racing. You know, and 8 hours is like that's your warm up. So 8 hours is just hammer time. That's high intensity, just shredding through the carbohydrates. So as you understand, by bonking in a race, failing to take enough carbohydrate, performance goes down. Your body can't store enough water. Takes 3 grams of water, still 1 gram of carbohydrate. Blah, 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 blah. I can go on about it. World's fastest runners, the Kenyans, Ethiopians, Ugandans. What diet do they eat? High carb, low fat, plant, corn, rice, sugar. You know? Very, very minimal animal products until they get more money, and then they eat more meat, and they get fatter, slower. Next batch comes through. So that's how it is. The more animal products we eat, the performance goes down. The more fat we eat, the performance goes down. Body fat goes up, the carbohydrate intake goes down, recovery's fucked, inflammation in the body. Reverse doping. So people taking doping products, and then their diet is taking the edge off those doping products. So simple as that. So anyway, comes out of water and sugar and minerals and something like the Ironman, especially when you're pushing those watts. You know, I could go and do Ironman today, you know, if I could swim. If I can't swim. But then I could replace the swim for an extra hour on the bike, extra hour running, or I could just be on a paddleboard swimming so I didn't drown, get eaten by the turtles, and I wouldn't need any extra salts. But if I'm going to be pushing watts, your sweat rate goes right up. You're really leaching a lot more sodium, so then I would find it beneficial to have some sort of sports drink for sure. If you're going that high watts, if you're on heaps of stims as well, the more stims you're taking, cortisone, stuff like that, cortisone injections to really get you going. And some people in the comments are like, these people don't use drugs, they just do it on bread and water. So okay, Nick, you guys just click off now. Or go and watch some Disney. Go watch some Walt Disney there. So when certain drugs just increase the sweat rate. I mean, obviously, certain things and you're sweating like a motherfucker. So depending on what medications people are taking, their sweat rate will go up. So another thing for Lionel would be wear less clothing. I would go exposed stomach, try top, exposed stomach, so your belly can stay cooler. That's less sweat. I would cut the shoulders off your jersey, put sunscreen on there so you don't get sunburnt. So you don't get sunburnt. I would shave your head off because all that you wear this band, so you get extra couple of 100 grams on your head when it gets all soaking, soppy wet. So get rid of the hair. You won't need the headband as much. All right. So that's weight saved. That's heat saved. Some sunscreen if you're worried about sunburn. So that's where Lionel can get free speed. Wear budgie smugglers. All right. Put on some anti-chafing shit on your ass. Use it in training. Budgie smugglers, a little Brad Bevan fucking triathlon top from the 90s, and that's free speed right there. That's less weight for the run because you don't have to be water soaked. It's less sweat, so you won't have to drink as much. You still have to drink enough, but it's also less heat generated, so you'll be able to go even harder before your central governor system switches off because you're getting too hot. Cut the hair, cut the sleeves, cut the belly, wear budgie smugglers, free speed. Free speed. Total fashion disaster. Aesthetically not so good, but free speed. What's the point of doing all the training, all the drugs, all the sacrifice, everything we do, and then lose time because we've got hair and we've got extra clothing on our body? To me, it just defies all logic. All logic for me. Anyway, Lionel Sanders, sugar diet, Kona predictions. Will he win? I would say Lionel Sanders. I'll put my money on him. It just comes down to staying carved up and hydrated. He's obviously pushing the watts, he can run the times, but can he stay carved the fuck up enough and hydrated enough to be able to push the watts on the bike and then jump off the bike, put on his shoes, run like he stole something and hold that pace without bonking from carbohydrate depletion or running into dehydration, cramping, etc. Which go to any Ironman. I went to Cairns Ironman in June and watching gun, fit, lean, strapping lads and girls just walking, getting passed by fat people, overweight people, who didn't put the much work training in, who still did a great job turning up, better than what I did. But I'm saying these strapping athletes, 10 grand bikes, and didn't take in 50 cents worth of sugar. Could have saved them half an hour off the thing. Some people didn't even finish. Didn't take in $1 worth of sugar. $1 worth of sugar to guarantee the Ironman a finish. Like, why would you put all those months of preparation in? That's a level of arrogance. It's just silly. Put all that work in. And just $1. What's $1? $1's like 500 grams of sugar in Australia. $1's even a kilo of sugar, some shops. $1 to guarantee you finish your Ironman. That you'll be bonk proof. $1 insurance. They insured their bike, they insured their tickets, they insured hotel accommodation reservations. Didn't insure their Ironman completion with just $1 of sugar. Put in a fucking 500 gram bottle on your bike, fill it with full of water, have it with you on the run. You know, have someone give it to you at the aid station or whatever. I'm not sure what the rules are there. Just have that $1 insurance there and do your best Ironman ever. $1. That's such a fucking simple concept for most people. They're like, Harley, you're crazy. I pay my coach $200 a month, and he didn't say that. You must be chicken. You must be lying. Harley, you're telling me that for free. That can't be right then. It's free information. It can't be right, Harley. So anyway, ranting and raving. Carbohydrates. People still don't fucking get it. Go to any Ironman. Get it any Ironman. You'll see just people trying this keto diet bullshit, carb restriction. I train fasted and then race of carbohydrates, and then meanwhile their immune systems are fucked. They can't even push the watts because they're training fasted, and you can't even train fasted, you're running on stims, then your recovery's shit, cortisol's fucked, you awake at night, can't sleep properly, recovery's dropping off, put in the work, you're not absorbing the benefits, and then come race day, you don't perform like you should. I'm this lean. I'm professional Ironman lean. You know, on a couple of hours a week. It's diets, not dieting, it's nutrition choices. Nutrition choices that the average punter doesn't want to believe is true. Oh, I need my chicken, I need my mate. You know, go on, have that stuff. And as soon as you get injured, you're gonna blow out unless you're severely calorie restricting. And calorie restriction fucking sucks. It sucks to go to the dinner table and only have a little portion. I went to dinner last night. We were eating for hours. Rice and dal. I went to 2 Indian restaurants last night. Me and Natasha just hitting it up, laughing, having a great time. Come home just full. Go to bed, have some fun. It's all good. Wake up, boom, let's start the day. Versus wake up, dead hungry, need some caffeine to get going. Fuck that. Use caffeine if you want, but don't use it for some crazy, crazy effort. People use caffeine just to do daily shit. I'm like, man, these people need more carbs, they need more steak than water and sugar. Anyway, that's the deal there. That is the 3% body fat deal right there. People can disagree with me, but they're still wrong. Simple as that. Lionel Sanders. One of my predictions for Kona this year, I think he's got his doping program right. I think he's got his nutrition program right now, finally, with the carbohydrate. I think he's got the head game on. And he's another thing, he's got his wife or girlfriend or whoever that is, the lady who accompanies him on those runs. She's on the bike, and he's running with her. That's fucking, you know, that's another thing I do recommend for years. Is like, have someone pace you on the bike, they set the pace, they're alongside you, they give you water, whatever, they correct your form, and that's just like game over, you know, in terms of like efficiency. They can correct your form, etc. That's how I run my 247 marathon, was having Freely, Banana Girl, on the bike. I said to Freely, every single time my form drops, tell me. Doesn't matter if I'm pissed or whatever, just tell me every single time. So every time my form would be slouching, she'd be like, form, get back up again. So, boom, shaved like 18 minutes off a PR or whatever, plus having good shoes. Another thing, I'm not sure what shoes Lionel's wearing, but I'd say something max cushioning will definitely help. Maybe it's too late to incorporate that now, but I would say the Ultra Paradigm 4 max cushion shoe, or even the Escalante. Try those out. Again, maybe a bit late to incorporate that, but that's going to be a big thing as well, because your Ironman, your legs, you got fatigue. Especially Lionel Sanders' form. He's not exactly like running like a gazelle there. You know, he's like a bit of a slugger. So I think a max cushion shoe definitely help him there as well. Anyway, that's the fashion tips, nutrition tips. Lionel Sanders for Kona. That's my prediction, because I think he's got a good balance there. He seems to learn from his mistakes. He seems like a lot of us crazy vegans. He's very analytical and looking for ways to improve. And when you have that mindset, that's what it really takes. And that's why when you have some coaches, a lot of coaches aren't so good because they're very old school. This is how it's done. They don't really have an open mind. Henry Ford, when he invented the V8, I think this is a story. He said to his group of engineers, he goes, "Give me the youngest, dumbest motherfucker in this place. I want a guy who doesn't know anything, because a guy who doesn't know anything won't tell me it can't be done. All you engineers, you tell me this can't be done. I want a V8 fucking motor. So give me the youngest, dumbest engineer in here, and I'm going to tell him to make a V8. And he doesn't know it can't be done. He don't know nothing. And I'll tell him, just do it. And he did it. So you get these registered nutritionists who go to fucking university. They don't have an open mind. They're just like, the university textbook says this. It says this. And that's why people I coach, my girlfriends or close friends or whatever, people say I'm doping people because the performance is just going up so much. It's insane. You know, I've been training with like professional riders since 2003 during Two Down Under, the weeks before being a tour guide and stuff, and seeing people training with other Olympic athletes before that, and seeing the progression over time. But people I coach, it's just like progression's like, because it's just carbohydrates, it's water, it's cadence, it's power meters. You know, there's no real program other than that. Fundamentals. And people just, you see it, man. You see it, man. So people make all sorts of accusations that I'm giving people EPO or whatever. It's like, no. I've got 2 friends who use EPO. You know? And I'm glad they did, because it made me realize how fucking powerful that shit really is. So, and it feels great that I can speak about it and be totally transparent about everything. So then people go, Harley's not some guy who's going to tell us what we want to hear. I'm going to tell you what you need to hear. I don't care if you're pissed off or angry or you don't like me. This isn't a popularity contest for me. You know? This ain't a popularity contest for me. This is for me, when I die one day, that the people will still watch this information and be able to pay it forward and go, yep, carbohydrates, dude, was fucking crazy as fuck, but yep, carbs work, sleep works, sugar works, cadence works, power meters works, Dr. Ferrari was right, Durianrider was right, Lance Armstrong was right, Chris Froome was right, you know, all these things. So that's what I like to do. I just like to give it back, share it around. Because these things, the game changes me, and it fucking feels good to wrap the video. It fucking feels good to go out there and run fast, or even if you're in a wheelchair hand bike, to just have that fitness, you know. Or maybe you've got no arms, no legs, but you eat more carbohydrates now, you feel better. You have more mental clarity in your daily tasks. So everyone, this benefits, from the totals person with no limbs to the elite level doped up athlete on NASA drugs, you know. It benefits everybody. Benefits our environment. You know, these things, I need meat, I need chicken, I put. No, you fucking don't. You ain't a dog. You're not a fucking vulture. You know? These things are destroying the planet, man. Like, fuck, we all destroy the planet. We're living in buildings and stuff, but, like, we don't need to eat animal products, man. You know? There's enough nutrition in plants to be the fastest, most doped up athlete ever. And boom. So anyway, that's the rant, that's the rave. Lionel Sanders. Comments and questions down below. Carb the fuck up. Keep it carb strong. Keep it carbed. Baby. And we'll see you next video. Peace. And if you ain't giving you scratches, you're not hitting it in the right spot.